Welcome to our garden for an organic garden session.
We will just have to speak loud.
Yeah, we'll just speak loud and
Can you hear these girls talking in the garden? Lee?
who's the person?
Yep.
Yes, we're good.
Oh, great.
Nice. Okay, we just have to remember
wow.
to
Lovely sun
speak
also
out,
just came
yeah.
out.
The forecast was rain, but here we are in the sun in our garden with our guest Sophia Löwe.
Nice.
She is a young artist academic living in Groningen, and Eleni and I have started this little account on Instagram, and we have both also studied, we're both artists in Groningen.
And gardeners. We have this lovely garden.
Ambitious gardeners. And we've just turned the cameras on because we were already talking with Sophia, and I have a question for her. Yeah, so she wrote an article called Black Feminist Metaphysics and Eco-Criticism in the Post-Apocalyptic World of Alexis Pauline Gums from the book M Archive. And obviously this is like a lot about lyricism, a lot about respect for the feminine, respect for the earth, and just when we were talking then, I'm curious like how us, like in our privileged position of being able to enjoy the now and take this space in this strange time that we're in, like how can this translate to like some real action or some real improvement for humanity?
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for inviting me here. I'm really enjoying this, and I think it's always nice to also talk to fellow artists, especially now that we don't have this closure at the moment. Yeah, so I also brought this book actually, as I already said, M Archive, and the book, you can also look through it just now, is kind of a mix between poetry and prose, and also academic thought. And the ways in which I currently use this book to practice is actually Alexis Pauline Gums and Löwe are giving a Black feminist reading for us at the moment, which is a 21-day program in which every day they offer a meditation in which we repeat the mantra of one of the Black feminist ancestors that Alexis's work is based on, but that also are, I think, really radical and revolutionary thinkers and believers in love as a driving force, or love as life force, as for example Jim Jordan says. And what we currently do as a practice is to chant those mantras, not everyone at the same time, because you get online files, of course. But I kind of I didn't experiment with mantra singing myself before, but I really have to say that I find something very empowering, especially in this time now, to hear your own voice say whatever. It can be like love is life force, for example, was 2 days ago, which is also one of my favorite quotes, and that like hearing your own voice say these things out loud kind of connects me in a way to the embodiment of myself, but also to everyone else who is saying this, and to everyone, to the heritage of this, where this comes from. So, but in a more practical sense, I think a way in which to honor and practice this right now is, I think, also because there's so much time to read and to inform yourself, but also to not forget the humanness in everyday life, and to not neglect, just because we cannot hug each other, to not neglect to still take the time to connect to the things and the people around you in any way that you can. And I also think that I mean, you don't necessarily necessarily have to read, like not everyone can connect to reading academic or scholarly texts. But what really struck me about a lot of Black feminist authors, but particularly June Gordon and also Nancy Courtney the non-separation between self and other, the idea that, or not the idea, it's this taking responsibility for yourself by accepting that you are not separate from other, and that also means that we carry each other's traumas and that we have to accept those traumas of the community that we might not have experienced ourselves as our own trauma, and to really truly love with each other and to really truly be able to embrace each other and care for each other. And I feel like it sounds cheesy, but I was looking for love in studying psychology first, and I studied art, and there was always this link of, I mean, in art there's also, I see a lot of love, but in a way that I was still looking for an explanation because I'm a thinking type. And I started studying religious studies, and I studied a little bit of gender studies. And all of these discourses, and whenever I was reading it, I got so disappointed because I was missing the love. Everybody always discusses the problems, and there's obviously also necessity for that and space for that. But I was a little bit always wondering, where's the love?
Could it be that it's a bit of a taboo, like especially in academic circles? Yeah.
Because it's a feeling, you know? And but that is also the thing that exactly bothered me about it, because I was like, why can I not talk about my feelings?
Yeah.
I want to.
And especially, like, I think from studying psychology, there's a lot of talk about feelings, but then I think in a kind of distant way.
Yeah.
It feels like it.
Yeah, I mean, psychology is taught nowadays as a very rational topic. It's a science.
It has to be quantitative.
Yes, it has to be quantifiable.
Yeah.
Which was always difficult for me to understand, I have to say. Which is why I choose more qualitative studies nowadays, because as you said earlier also, I really believe in the idea that you can see more difference in looking at something closely than you can in looking at everything a little bit and just. So I personally believe that there's more truth in the difference in one thing than there is in trying to compare all kinds of things to each other.
Okay, so for example, like looking at yourself instead of maybe looking at a global or
Yeah, I mean, well, I also don't always like this individual. I think it's kind of both and always. Like,
maybe looking at yourself in relation also to the world around you.
Yeah, and exactly. Seeing how you are positioned towards the world around you, and seeing that perspective not as something superior, but as equally precious as everybody else's perspective on this reality as well.
Yeah.
And through this understanding of your own insecurities and your own fears and your own pain, but also your own joy, you can understand that others also have this potential, this experience.
Yeah. I think it comes back to what you were talking about this collective consciousness, that we all sometimes think it's not there. So like, okay, I experienced something and that's how I only experience it. But I think if we really position ourselves in this, like, okay, we're a collective consciousness, and what has happened in the past and what is happening now is all interconnected, then I think we can view things in a very different way than we do.
Yeah, I believe so too. And I also think what I like doing is, for example, looking at I have a lot of the authors that I read, I also follow, for example, on Instagram, or I follow on social media, and then I also, if I can get my news from somewhere, I try to follow their idea, like where they see their sources, or also supporting their projects in what they are trying to do, because I believe that their work is valuable, and no matter if I'm in a position to do that work or not, but they are doing it, so I can also like support that work and try to try to, I can never see the world from their perspective, but I can try to respect that perspective to a degree in which I try to, spread the word about it, or like, I don't know, I always think that one of the most beautiful ways, it's in the small interactions. I think like, what I've learned from this is that you can make a positive change, or you can light a light in every moment, in every situation in which you are with other people, with the world, with yourself. You can make the choice to be free. But only if you also want and accept everyone else to also want. And if you can live your life with this intention, with the intention of always being interested in growth in yourself and others and people around, that is obviously.
And do you think it's...
Go ahead. I read something, I read a little piece of that book about, I think it was in what you say, about the crying. So the black earth just crying, like giving up and crying, and the not being able to move, the not wanting to move, being a part of the process. And I found that so beautiful, that just like this giving up and this hopelessness and this sadness with what we're seeing around us, like that this is also a part of it, because it is confronting, and I've had amazing days playing like a child, but I've had days where I don't see how we are going to make the necessary changes for a better world. And to be able to accept that frustration and to accept that sadness is really not easy.
No, but I think that I think that is the kind of love that that's this book, and also what I like to talk about, this in being able to embrace that part too.
Or accept that as something that needs to happen.
There's one great organization that is called the Net Ministry. And that's basically their idea, like rest is essential. Like giving yourself, allowing yourself rest is one of the most radical things you can do nowadays. And seeing the preciousness in that also. And I think also, I was recently thinking a lot about this because of my menstruation cycles and my being busy with that. How I think that actually being able to kind of observe your own cyclic movements also is something that necessarily already confronts you so much more with the earth and the way that you live in, not only in sync with nature, but I mean, I also like astrology, so there's also this orientation towards the planetary society. But I think when I noticed that I go through cycles every month, and for me it's very obvious because I get the very obvious physical signs. I assume everything, like not just my physical side. I think we all have so many cycles that are parallelly moving, and in becoming with these cycles and not trying to constantly fight these cycles, to press them in linear time frameworks, you need to summon them. I think that can really also sometimes help gaining bigger acceptance for pain and for frustration and for resting periods, because you see them as part of the complete cycle, and then it doesn't feel so. Sometimes I feel like these kind of feelings feel so unnecessary. I feel like they
unproductive,
and then it doesn't feel so unproductive anymore. Like you can kind of see how they are also part of your productive cycle in general.
Exactly.
But do you think a lot of it comes also from the way we are like taught to deal with ourselves and our bodies? That, like, I was thinking about your wall, the womb, like in the sign when we came there, and I thought, like, okay, I mean, of course I'm a mother, so I can relate a bit differently to it. But before that, I never got into this thought of like the womb as a place that I once have been, or this circle of life that does begin in one's body. And I think like a lot of it comes from this. I mean, we're not taught to think about the circles of the body, especially the feminine side of it, because I think we all know why. Like a lot of
it's messy.
It's considered gross. It's considered evil. Like, I mean, in religion, if you reflect on religion, the human side is always but I mean, even that is not. It's kind of a taboo, right? That the pain that comes with it, or the uncomfort that comes with it, because it's like nowadays, if you work, There's no such a thing like, oh, I do not physically feel good because I have my period and I cannot come. But if you're a man, for example, you can feel sick and not go to work. So like as a woman, you always need to pretend that these circles are not there.
Yeah, at least as a person with a uterus, I read something interesting the other day that I think it is important to highlight in these conversations always that it's not only men and women who have menstruate, so like people with uterus or people who menstruate. What was it? Menstruating people? I don't know. I remember something like this, but anyway. But I think that I didn't really think about it as much until I thought about it always, but not as central as when I made this installation at Sign. And what was interesting, actually, one thing was that I had a very irregular period cycle for quite some time. And then the opening night of the exhibition at Sign, I got my period the same night. And the closing night at 5, at exactly the hour of the closing time, I got my period again, exactly after 29 days. And ever since my cycle has been in perfect 29 days rhythm. So I felt like also this, as like from micro to macrocosmos, apparently I soothed my relationship with period entities. I don't know. It seems to me like
it was a whole performance then.
Yeah,
more than we can say.
I want to change the subject slightly. Something that struck me with your work at Womb, when I I didn't meet you, but I saw your work for the first time, and since then I've heard you on home screen and was very interested in what you were saying. And then I just yesterday read your essay, and I noticed that you are walking into a bit of a minefield qua political correctness. And I wonder how you're dealing with that, because even, for example, Sign, I left it thinking, okay, but she's this young girl that hasn't had a child. Can she be making this work? And then you're writing from black woman perspective. Can you be doing this? And I'm sure you've had a lot of criticism about it. And I'm really curious how you deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I always think it's important to be very respectful. Or to also be understanding of what you can and what you can't do. And you are right, it's actually one of the questions I ask myself the most, but that is also the question that makes me do it. Yeah. Because I think, for example, with black feminism, I remain to be very insecure about the idea. I do not think that I can write about the experience of black women. I really do not think so. And I think it's also a very difficult balance to write about black feminists in an academic scholarship that is produced by a white male authority. But I also think that especially as a white person, it is also my responsibility to educate my fellow people, and I cannot expect always black women to tell me to do that work. So it is my task to know what I'm talking about. So I should have been writing my master thesis since a year already, but I didn't start writing it until I read the basic canon of black feminist authors, because I felt every time I started writing it again, I felt bad because I felt exactly like this. Who am I to talk about this? Yeah. And same also with this installation. I felt a little bit like, okay, yeah, I am a young woman. How can I talk about the experience of giving birth? I can't, obviously, of that experience, but I can talk about my. That doesn't mean I don't want to empower those people. Yeah. And I don't want to. I do want to exactly spend my time thinking about those kind of topics, because I want to be able to develop a sympathy for these, or orient myself towards these directions, because I see truth in them. And I don't think that truth is something that's absolute in any way. But for me, women who have given birth, and also black women, are some of the richest sources of wisdom and energy that we have on this planet, because they have been able to love themselves despite the fact that society doesn't, and they have been responsible for holding up the continuation of this project that humanity is, without ever being granted the appreciation for it. So I feel like
So it
if
is a form of appreciation also?
It's
like
also
from your side?
dedication, because I think we can choose what we spend our lives with and what we pay attention to.
Yeah.
And there's so much wanting our attention.
Yeah.
So for me to decide to spend my life reading and thinking with these
perspective.
sources
Yeah.
does still not give me any authority, but at least it makes me feel like I am making a choice to direct my attention towards this,
Yeah.
and that is what I can do. And of course, it also it confronts me so often. I find myself feeling this white guilt or this the shame of not knowing what it means. But I feel like that is what I have to sit with, and the constant confrontation with that is how I can deal with overcoming it.
Yeah. And sharing.
And
what
sharing,
you are learning.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so I don't.
Nice.
I think it's, and in regards to the. Yeah, for me it's more an appreciation, or it's kind of it's a celebration of these people or these potentials.
And does it go back to what you were talking about, the collective kind of consciousness we all share? Because I guess like if we want to evolve or get better, we'll have to do it collectively, and also to acknowledge, is that correct pronunciation? Acknowledge each other's experience without necessarily having to go through them.
Exactly. And also being able to appreciate that you can go through them, but that you can draw on your own, that what you went through in order to come together and share the multiplicity of experiences.
Because when I read it, the article, like then it felt for me like that, like the black woman then quickly becomes symbol.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, but obviously, like it's more than symbol for you.
Yeah.
But then there's this sort of constant, like tension between.
But I think that comes also a lot from this us wanting to categorize things into certain categories. And what I learned, or what amazes me so much about these texts, is exactly the non-separation between those categories, because there's such an embodied feeling of knowing and seeing and understanding and like they bridge gaps between the spiritual, the material, the rational, without having to contradict them to each other. And I think we try to reduce things always to like fit into these categories. So for me, I also try to sometimes explain this to my partner, that for me, I don't just study this because it's my rational interest. It's what I believe in. It's what I deeply, deeply believe in.
Can I read a little? This is a little quote from your book. You can't blame the storytellers because they did tell the story, and they even put it on the internet in a number of different forms. And actually, the truth didn't just live in the story. Any one of us could have sat on the ground and listened and known without being told. Yeah, so what struck me, it's just this, I would call it very much like an embodied knowledge. And when you were talking about the mantra, like that was super nice to hear. Embody something.
Yeah, and
So-
I think storytelling is what you also emphasize there, is something that I see as such a multidimensional tool in that sense. Because I think we often reduce storytelling to its potential, so to its rational
linear.
But sharing stories is one of the most embodied, like it's being with each other in a space. It touches almost on all sensory elements, and I think it's a way that humans have been together in a very long and very it connects us to all that has been human and all that will be human. Because, I mean, language is unfortunate, well, not unfortunately, but it's always so metaphorical, and there's always so much misunderstanding in how we talk
Use
to
words,
and share. So I think to also become more aware of this, the embodied element of it, and to listen to your voice when you speak to other people, and to like experience the whole
Physicality.
the whole physicality of it, and also really bind you. I don't know.
I think it can change also the connection to what's happening here. You know, like even to just stand up and jump around a little bit, that does something to me when I sit down in this chair again. Because it can't all be here, you know, there's this connection. And it's a little bit like our world has got too mental, or our Western world has got too mental, and then things like this can happen. We forgot this connection. oh, I forgot to do some exercise, you know? I got stuck in my head.
Yeah.
But also when we communicate nowadays, for example, when you write through social media or something, like what you realize is a lot of times you don't use your voice at all. You speak to people, like it's all happening.
You're sitting.
It happens all up to your head. So like you might talk to someone, but without using half of your senses. Like you're not able to touch them. So emotion, you're not able to even talk out loud, which is half of the.
Well, unless you start doing live Instagram posts.
Which is why it's also. But I noticed this actually recently. I've been thinking so much about how now when I talk to people or when I meet people, there's almost so much more clarity in how I talk because and also there's so much more excitement to share. That because of actually the absence also of this being able to constantly socialize. I also have to say I'm experiencing being social now in a different light.
Yeah. Well, it's more concentrated, could you say? Like that we don't spend so much time talking to others, so you need to be clear with what you're saying. What do I really want to share? What needs to be heard? What do I, it's more of a decision about what we do when we're together, and it's not just a careless banter.
Yeah. And then again, I was just thinking yesterday actually about how it exactly in that I think for me sits what I see as love, like the agency of making a decision to talk is always a decision you make for you and the people in your surroundings. So taking that seriously and trying to really what you just said, like
consciously.
But also like concentrate what you can say in this spectrum of time, space, whatever. Is the best thing you could express for the growth of all of your continuations of forms of like what we talk about now. I will probably spark a lot of like my thoughts, and then I might make a painting out of it, and then like these kind of things, so that we really try to. Well, that's what I'm trying right now.
Try to feed each other.
Yeah. And I think that's what we can do like much more consciously now because there's not this constant interaction with this
rubbish.
But also this constant white noise that is like always
attention being asked from so many sides and facets of ourselves that is new was now like a bit quiet.
Yeah, do you also have this I'm just now realizing how busy I am in my everyday life normally, or before this at least, with not like with avoiding being in the present kind of, or with getting so distracted by moving around and sharing experiences that I
really have experiences.
You don't value them as much also.
I really notice this now.
And now that you are more aware of all these things that have changed, like you say, these hundreds, how would you like to go on? How would you think that would be like, okay, if this society decides we go to exactly as we were, but how Sophia would be after this?
If we would decide to just go back, I would. Well, I have a strong problem with the assumption of normalcy, and I think that it's one of the biggest capitalist tricks invented so far, the idea of normalcy in the average, and this idea that we can go back to something that was statically there before. So I would be very frustrated by that. But I also don't really think it's going to happen. I think that we are in the beginning of a process that is going to take quite some time, and I think it's very unpredictable. I personally hope that the aliens will come soon. It's like really, I really, this would be so good. But
and then it happens, and Sophia is the,
I mean, I would be scared too. Not like I wouldn't be scared, of course, but I would just be like, all right, now it's getting interesting. Well, I think it's what for me personally, I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to concentrate on trying to catalyze energy that because I think now we are actually in a position, I think time is going to speed up much more again. There will be something probably happening that will make the big silence explode in one way or another. So I think what we can do now is kind of to like take in as much beauty and as much rest and as much strength as we can, because I think
we're gonna need it.
We're gonna need it, and I also think we should already, I mean, I have no idea how this should I really don't know, but I really want to try.
I think that's what's so interesting is that we don't know, like, that this, let's say this busyness we all have with the future, that we miss the now, that's been robbed, that's gone. And in a way, it's just like brought us back to what we are.
Yeah.
We never knew that, but there were a lot of assumptions. And now that that's been taken, the only place we have is now.
Yeah, and I think it's good to try to come into
find your place in it and be able to become accustomed to it, know yourself in it. So when we go back to another system, another experience of time, we know what this is and we can always find it again.
Yeah, and I think also, find the humanness in the now, because I think there will probably be, again, a lot of forces that will try to tear us away from remembering that humanness is what we should all strive for, because I think we all would agree that the system that we have built up now feels almost strangely alien to unhuman. Especially now that we have time to think about it, I'm realizing how much we all have to force ourselves every day to put into the system. And I think to just remember that the humanness is what we need, and to not get scared of the taking away of the structure, but remember that we are human and that we are here, like that. I mean, also obviously with all the other creatures. But that we are here for each other, not against each other. We are here for and with each other. And if we believe that and we fight for that, I don't believe in violence, but if we fight for that, I think that is like the best message to take out of this, and to not forget to fight for humanness instead of systems. Exactly. And out of fear, like you don't have, don't be scared if you're doing it for the love of humankind, because it will pay back to you in any way possible. I really believe so.
Thank you, Sophia. I feel like that might be, like, you can't get better than that. Thank you, Sophia.